My name is Jessica and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today I'm going to be testing out the IBY Enlighten palette. I don't know what I'm going to do with this because I like everything. There are no setting shades in here, so I guess I'm just gonna go right in. I did prime this eye and not this eye, so we'll see what the difference is. I guess I'm going to start with my IBY crease brush and go into Haiku, which is a periwinkle light blue. Let's see if I really pick that up. And I'm going to put that in my crease. Keep in mind that this palette is very much light to medium toned, so depends on what you're looking for. So far I definitely have a difference between the primed eye and the not primed eye. It needs more building up on the not primed eye, at least for this shade, which isn't that surprising because of how light this shade is. And I did watch some reviews and people had trouble with this shade. So now I'm just blending that out. I think I'm going to take Third Eye, which kind of looks like a blue and purple duochrome. I mean, it's muted, but it's still kind of duochromy. And I'm going to put that on the outer third of my eye. This feels a little drier than it looked, so I wonder if a glitter glue would be best for this. And you know what, I'm going to see if I can put some of that in my crease as well. It can be done. And then I need to fix that a little bit. I must say there are not many matte choices, I feel like. This is a more shimmer heavy palette, so also keep that in mind. Next I'm going to take Crown Chakra, which is a lilac lavender kind of shade. Ooh. And I think I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lid. So as I said in my last video, the reason I really bought these palettes is because, I mean, they were on sale, but because I love the IBY Poolside palette, and I wanted to check these out and really combine the palettes. So use the shades from the palettes that I bought now in conjunction with each other and with the Poolside palette. And the reason I'm saying this is because I'm not really looking at these palettes as a whole. Like, can you get a full look out of them? That kind of thing. So that's not what I bought them for. I think I'm going to take Smoothie next, which is like a peachy pink. And on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, I'm going to put that on the inner 2/3 of my lower lash line. This shade would probably be better on the lid, or even as brow bone or inner corner highlight. I think I'm going to take a little bit of Dragon Fruit, which looks like maybe a satin, and put that on the outer third of my lower lash line. I feel like it's not as bright as you think it is. And then for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to take Spirit Animal, which is like a pale off-white cream champagne kind of color. I'm taking that on my dollar store brush. I haven't had a shimmery brow bone highlight in a while, just because of the palettes I've been testing out. I feel like on my brow bone it's coming off more as a white. You know what, just for the heck of it, I'll take the same shade on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and put that as my inner corner highlight. More so because I made a mess and this will help fix it. Alright, here's the first look that I've done. I think normally I would have used some different colors together, maybe more monochromatic, but I'm just trying to do something a little different sometimes, you know? And also I would have preferred maybe a purple matte in the crease. But there are none in this palette, so I'm working with what I have. Like I said, I plan on using this in conjunction with other palettes. Alright guys, I'll show you how yesterday's look wore. So let's talk about it. Overall, it wore fine, and I'm saying that because it looked still good at the end of the day. But that light blue shade, Haiku, here, was disappointing, unfortunately, because it basically faded away. And I think you could see too that crown chakra kind of spread upwards. Now, I feel like that's been happening quite a bit with my eyeshadows lately, no matter what palette I'm using, and I'm thinking maybe it's just me. I don't think it's the primer because I have used a couple different primers and it's happening anyway, but I do have hooded eyes. Maybe my skin has changed, maybe it's oilier, maybe it's causing that. So I'm just putting that out there. I'm not sure what's going on. So I think I'm gonna get a little more adventurous today. I know, I'm always adventurous, but even more so. I'm going to start with this beautiful lime green here called, I don't know what that's called, O-J-A-I. I'm gonna say Ojai? Ojai? I don't know, but I'm taking that on my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. It's working out well. Just letting you know this is a shimmer, but we all know that I don't follow the rules. I feel like it's more subtle on camera than it is in real life. I'm gonna try and use every color at least once. Okay, taking the same brush, I'm gonna go into Dragon Fruit, which is the magenta satin. Yeah, I really had to kind of dig in there more. And that's gonna be my crease shade. Now, I didn't notice this before, but I feel like this palette kind of has a scent to it. Like a green floral, maybe with the tiniest touch of fruity scent. For my brow bone highlight, I'm actually going to use Peace, which is a pale pink. We're going to see how this goes. And I'm sure this is beautiful on the lid. I'm sure the lime green is as well. Now I'm going to put some glitter glue. I'm going to use the NYX glitter primer. And I'm going to put that, I guess I'll just put it all over my lid. But what I'm planning on doing is using one of those stiffer, more glittery shades. So I think this will help it out. And as usual, do as I say, not as I do. Do your glitter primer one eye at a time. So the shade I'm going to use is called Golden Light, which is kind of like a rose gold, but like maybe a cool toned one. And I'm going to put that on the inner and outer thirds of my eye. It's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty light. It's not what I was going for. And then in the middle, I'm going to use Aura, which is this pure peach color. Very pretty. that was not the plan. Let me see what we can do about it. For starters, I'm going to use the light lime green shade again on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. And I'm going to put that across my lower lash line. Okay, it's not working too well. I'm going to use my finger. That looks better. Yeah. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have tried to do so many different things. Probably should have just stuck with my normal kind of style. Because I feel like I'm trying to use shades in ways that they're not meant to be used. And because of that, they're not showing their true potential. Like, I'm sure this on the lid would be really nice. The hot pink on the lid is probably also nice. Let me see if I can change that. Let me see if I can put dragon fruit on the outer third. That's better. No, I guess I'll move it into the inner half. Yeah, that's a better representation of that shade. Sometimes there are a reason there are rules. Yeah, there's definitely some kind of scent coming off of this palette. I'm not a fan of it, but it will probably be fine for other people. I'm going to take Dragon Fruit on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it. And also bring the pink in a little bit. Or a lot of bit. What a mess, you guys. Don't try this at home. The last thing I'm going to do is use my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it and go into Peace, which is the light pink again, and put that on my inner corner. Alright, it definitely looks better with the mascara on. This look might have benefited from eyeliner, but I wasn't taking any more chances. You know what? Let's break this party up a little bit. Why don't we do swatches now? So I'm going to just go across like usual, starting with Moonstone, which is a shimmery white. Looks very pretty. Very pigmented, very nice. Almond Milk, which is like a light champagne gold. Also pretty, a little less pigmented, but that's okay. Hashtag Blessed, which is this light copper shade. Yeah, that about sums it up. Nice. I mean, you know, for neutral loving people. Mud Bath, these names are funny, which is a mid to light tone taupe. And we have Vortex, which is a light medium, more reddish brown. Very nice. Next is Spirit Animal, which is that light off-white shimmery champagne. Very pretty. Next is Balance, which looks like it's a light shimmery taupe. Yeah, that's pretty. A little less pigmented, but again, that's okay. Then we have Golden Light, which is that shade that I used today. It's a little chunkier with the glitter. I don't know what to consider this shade. It's definitely got a rosy tint to it, but I feel like it's rosier on my arm and in the pan than it was on my eyes before I put the hot pink over it. Then we have Aura, which is the light shimmery peach. Very pretty, I like that. Then we have Yoga Pants. Yoga Pants, that's funny. This is a shimmery taupe, darker than that other taupe. Then we have that lime green shimmer that I can't pronounce, I think it's Ojai. I don't know. Very pretty. More of a satin, maybe. Satin shimmer. You could probably build it up if you wet it. Then there's Haiku, which is that light periwinkle shade. That was disappointing. Then there's Sound Bath. I've never heard of that. It's a new one on me. It is a silver gray shimmer. Pretty. Then there is Smoothie, which is a light peachy pink shimmer. Then we have Peace, which is the light pink shimmer. Also pretty. Then we have Wealth, which is almost like a brown-green duochrome glitter. Very, very pretty. So when I say glitter, it's like, it's a different texture. It's not a true glitter, but that's very pretty. It's like those other ones that I mentioned. Then we have Spa Day, which is a shimmery blue. Ooh, I like that. I think these two are gonna have to be in my next look. Then Third Eye, which is that interesting purpley blue duochrome glittery something shade. Then we have Crown Chakra, which is the shimmery lavender lilac. It's a bad swatch. And finally we have Dragon Fruit, which is the hot pink shimmery satin color. There we go. Get a good look. Alright, so I'll show you how yesterday's look wore. It wore fine, looked the same at the end of the day, looked just as bad at the end of the day as it did at the beginning of the day. So today I'm going to start with my IBY crease brush, and I'm going to go into Vortex, which is the medium light warm reddish brown. That's going to be my transition shade today. Whoa, alright. It's more orange than I expected. I mean, it's not orange, but, well, in the camera maybe it looks orange. It's definitely like an orangey brown. Perhaps I should have used this fluffy brush for that, but I didn't. Right now I'm just going to use it to blend that out. And as usual, it's more blended out in person than on camera. I'm going in with my IBY crease brush again, and this time I'm going to use Spa Day, which is the blue shade. Well, the deeper blue shade. Very pretty. It's a shimmer. Yeah, I know. I haven't learned. But it's gonna go in my crease. Next, I'm going to take that same shade and put it on the outer third of my eye. Ooh, that's nice. Pigmented, rich, smooth. Love it. A little bit biased because I love blue eyeshadow, but still, quality feels good. Looks good, feels good. Next, I'm going to use Wealth, which is that glittery-ish brown-green duochrome shade. Very pretty. I'm going to use that on the middle part of my lid. And I'm not using a glitter glue today simply because I'm too lazy. Pretty. Seems like it's okay without one. Probably better with one, but that's alright. And of course, just blend it in to the blue. Then I'm going to take Sound Bath, which is the silver, and put that on the inner third of the lid. And of course, blend it in. And just to make sure I don't lose that Wealth shade, put a little more on top. Like I said, better with a glitter glue. For my brow bone highlight, I'm going in with my dollar store brush, and I'm going to use Moonstone. which is the Shimmery White. That is very pretty. I like that. I'm going to take Vortex on my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, and I'm going to run that across my entire lower lash line. It's surprising how orange-ish that comes out. And then I'm going to mimic basically what I have on the lid. So I'm going to start with Spa Day. Same brush. I'm going to put that on top of the brown. Maybe that wasn't a good plan, we'll find out. Then I'm taking Wealth for the middle. Yeah, these shadows don't seem to like picking up on this brush. Too lazy to use my finger. Not feeling well today. I ate something I shouldn't have, and now I'm paying for it. And then last but not least, Sound Bath on the inner third of the lower lash line. Okay, no one's surprised that I like the green and blue look, right? Alright, so yesterday's look wore fine. Today I'm actually going to do a neutral look. Don't get too excited. I'm going to be using this fluffy brush here. And to start off, I'm using Vortex as my transition shade. This is what I should have done yesterday. Next, I'm taking my IBY crease brush and I'm going into Mud Bath, and that's going in my crease. Next, I'm using my dollar store brush in Almond Milk, and that's going on my brow bone. Next, I'm going to take a mix of these two, Vortex and Mud Bath, and put that on the outer third of my eye. Then I'm taking #blessed, and that's going on the inner 2/3. And just blend it together as usual. Then taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, I'm going to mimic what I have on the lid, starting with Vortex and Mud Bath on the outer third, and then #blessed on the inner 2/3. And then with my BH Cosmetics brush with a 6 on it, I'm going back into Almond Milk, and I'm going to put that on my inner corners. And there we have it. Alright, yesterday's look wore just fine. And there are only 2 colors left that I haven't used, Yoga Pants and Balance, so of course I'm going to use them today in the final look. I'm going to start with this fluffy brush here and go in with Mud Bath. And that's going to be, well, it's going to be my transition and my crease color. I'm just going to use different amounts and different brushes. Looks like it still had a little bit of that Vortex shade in it. Yeah, I could see it in the pan. Then I'm taking my IBY crease brush, same shade, Mud Bath, And I'm going to go deeper into the crease with it to create some depth. And I think I'm also going to use it on the outer third and inner third. Maybe we'll do a subtle halo eye. I have to say, I feel like all of these shades are more subtle than they appear in the pan, and also lighter than they appear in the pan. Which for some people that's probably good. Like if you're just getting into makeup or just getting into like certain colors, or if you just like lighter, more almost pastel, watercolor wash kinds of colors. Then I'm going in with yoga pants. That's so funny. And I'm going to put that over here. Still bad at describing that. And over here. And then in the middle, we're going to put Balance, which is that lighter, shinier taupe. That's very pretty. And just blend it in. Oh, I like that. Yoga pants is okay, but Balance I really like. Alright, for the lower lash line, I'm taking my BH Cosmetics brush with a 5 on it, going in with Mud Bath, basically just mimicking what I have on the lid. So starting on the outer third of the lower lash line, as well as the inner third. And working my way in with yoga pants. And then Balance right in the center, which I might use my finger for instead. Yeah, much better. You know what? I lied. I'm gonna go in with my dollar store brush. I'm also going to try Balance as a brow bone highlight. It's a little more glittery than you might expect, so it's not working too well that way, but that's okay. We tried it. It's so hot. Everything is just melting off of me. Not the eyeshadow though, so that's good. Everything else. The lip gloss, the foundation, mascara. Alright, so that is the last of the looks that I did with this palette. And I'm going to say for the most part, I really enjoyed the palette. The only one I really had trouble with was this one here, which is really sad because of course I love blue, but everything else, anything that I struggled with, I think it's more because it just needs a finger instead of a brush, or these more glittery shades really would be better off with a glitter glue. Other than that, I really like it, and for my purposes, this palette is just fine. If you're looking to get a full look out of this palette, I don't know, it might be more difficult for you depending on what kind of looks you want and you like. If you're the kind of person to just throw in a neutral crease no matter what kind of look you're doing, whether it's soft, bold, colorful, neutral, then I guess you're fine. But if you're looking for more variety in the crease, I mean, you did see me use a couple other things in the crease. It's a little more difficult. Like I said, I'm going to use this in conjunction with my other IBY Beauty palettes. So for that purpose, I'm very happy with this palette. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you have a good day no matter what it is you're doing. Bye! See you next time!